Across consumer packaged goods and food and beverage plants, production lines move fast, and when equipment starts to drift out of spec, the impact shows up immediately in product quality, yield, and throughput. But too often, once assets are running on the line, visibility into their true condition disappears, and teams only discover issues after scrap rises, the line slows down, or an unexpected stop brings production to a halt. By the time maintenance responds, the damage is already done. Product is wasted, schedules slip, and efficiency losses compound across shifts and SKUs. Here's an example of how AVEVA's Connect Industrial Cloud platform helps prevent these issues. We'll start with an asset reliability model in AVEVA Advanced Analytics, tracking the probability that a mechanical degradation event is developing with a key piece of machinery on the line. This trend line shows the model's prediction over time. Extended high plateaus represent periods where the asset is operating outside normal behavior, the early signs of misalignment, bearing wear, or looseness that can eventually cause quality drift or line slowdowns. And these sharp spikes can indicate brief but meaningful deviations in vibration, temperature, or load. This gives reliability and operations teams the early signals they need long before a quality loss or unplanned stop hits production. Behind the model, Connect gives engineers full visibility into the features that the model considers. The data wizard allows you to automatically filter out irrelevant or low-value properties, keeping models clean and focused. On the right, here you can see all of the property inputs contributing to the prediction, from bearing and motor temperatures to gearbox vibration, airflow, runtime cycles, and other signals tied to throughput and quality. This helps teams understand exactly which conditions correlate with degradation on the line, turning raw data into a continuous improvement loop that supports better quality and more stable production. Now here, let's look at the model artifacts and inspect a specific anomaly that the system has detected. The historical anomaly breakdown here at the top shows when events occurred and how severe they were. And below this, we can analyze individual signals, such as feed motor vibration, temperature rise on a packaging gearbox, or material handling fan load, and see how they behaved leading up to and during the event. And at the bottom, the statistical comparison highlights the difference between normal versus abnormal operating ranges. And this level of insight helps maintenance and operations teams pinpoint the root cause of degradation and intervene before it impacts product quality or line performance. Now let's switch to an equipment monitoring dashboard inside Connect Visualization Services. Across the top, real-time values show temperatures for critical assets, motors, gearboxes, compressors, fans, and packaging components. The status board at the center provides a quick health snapshot with last values and trends tied directly to production context. On the right, hourly averages and correlations like motor load versus vibration or gearbox temperature versus line speed help teams understand how equipment health is affecting throughput. Altogether, this consistent, centralized view allows maintenance, operations, and quality teams to align on what's happening and respond before small issues become production critical. Of course, none of this is possible without reliable data collection. Here in the Edge Data Store and Adapters view in Connect Data Services, we see the health of every data collection device, all online and in a good state. These adapters are gathering the real-time equipment data directly from the control system and OT layer. And this is supplemented by PI System, AVEVA Historian, and AVEVA MES Data, from runtime counters and temperature tags to line speed, batch data, or quality metrics, all collected seamlessly and sent here without complex configuration. Altogether, Connect provides a complete operational picture that's accurate and always up to date. Engineers can analyze months or years or even, as we see here, even decades of historical equipment and production data. Patterns like seasonal temperature impacts, gradual bearing heating, vibration increases across SKUs, or load changes during specific production runs become clear at this scale. This kind of long-term insight is rarely accessible inside the plant, but now with Connect, it becomes part of everyday reliability and continuous improvement workflows. Altogether, CPG manufacturers finally gain continuous visibility into how equipment health impacts quality, throughput, and line reliability, all powered by Connect.